Howdy YouTube, this is Matthew Pizgatti. This will be an extremely short video as I am just doing a quick update along the crypto journey here that I'm on. These are really incredibly useful videos. I actually recommend, if you're not logging in some way with a spreadsheet or jotting it down on a piece of paper, whatever you're doing, if you're investing in any of these or if you're thinking about it, I would make a video. I would do a voice recording. I would log it in some way just so you can see if you're making progress. You know, I like to look especially at the garden because it's where I'm most heavily invested or the most solid growth due to the compounding right now. I really like to look back at my old update videos, and I use those as a reference, especially the screens where I'm showing this DRIP Garden calculator, the scheduler, because I can see where the DRIP BUSD token value was, which is sometimes hard to locate. And I can see where this reward was per plant per day, because we are interested in that number. That is kind of where we see the natural decay happening. And I'm interested in this. How much am I personally getting rewarded in LPs every day? Like, I can already tell from my last update and my last compounding that this is higher than where I was at. I was barely scraping 34, and now I'm getting closer to it. This is fluctuating as well, so that's why. But anyway, it's very useful to log your progress along the way. So in the DRIP BUSD garden, I think I started this back around the 14th of last month. I'll have to go check. So that's been about a half a month. I started with 14 or 15 plants. I know that I added at least maybe 20, 21, where I added fresh capital in. I don't think I spent more than 150, 200. That's what I'm estimating. I didn't log that very well. And then I got at least one solid referral from someone. I think I ended up getting like 90 plants from someone, which was awesome. That was really cool. I'll stick by my statement that I don't think you need referrals for any of these protocols, but they are they are built around referrals where you can build a team and exponentially increase everyone's profits, and just having a team is cool. You know, the big drip teams, the big drip faucet teams, I think that's neat that they can all kind of come together and make money together. It helps everyone along the way. So anyway, I'm grateful for any of those that I get when you use my link to sign up or start a new wallet in the garden or farm or faucet. That's awesome. At the same time, we have to be responsible with that and make it clear that everyone needs to do their own research, because these are high risk, high return type DeFi projects, and are not guaranteed. The whole thing could tank tomorrow for some reason. We don't know. I can't guarantee that it won't, but I have a lot of faith in this developer so far. So I'm about, back to the update, I'm at about 244 plants. I see that one is ready right now. I'm going to compound while I'm on the screen. So I will have 245 plants in just a second. At the current price, that puts me at about $34, $44 a day. I'm just compounding right now. I'm not claiming that. That's why it's growing every day. I'm staying ahead. And we're at about 0.126 of an LP per plant per day. That's actually wrong. That's how much for 2.592 million seeds. So I need to restate that. That many seeds, a whole plant worth of seeds, is 0.126 of an LP. On my spreadsheet that I usually break that down to per seed. I'd break it down to per seed when I divide it up. That way I can actually back into the daily amount that I want to see. So 245 plants, and then I'm also in the farm. This is going to grow really slowly. I've already mentioned that due to this deflationary variable emission rate. This can go back up, and hopefully it will once the Piggy Bank settles out. I'd like to see this climb faster. I don't have over $300 to throw in for a Pigs token, or else I would already go ahead and grab one to throw it into the Piggy Bank and stake. But I don't have that right now, so I'm not entering there. So I've got about $67 equivalent, so 2 LP of a DRIP BUSD. I'm trying to earn pigs in the farm. I've got my 245 plants, and then the DRIP community, the faucet. I'm compounding incredibly slowly due to the gas fees. They're usually around $1. I don't want to compound $5 with $1. Sometimes I do just to keep it rolling, but this really needs to climb, or we need to wait maybe for the DRIP token to come back up. It's around 80 something right now due to the Piggy Bank launch and other factors. So I've got about 1.136 DRIP in there, and then the amounts that I mentioned in the farm and the plants. But that was probably my position on everything at the moment. And that concludes that update. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed. I didn't know if my information was going to be that helpful, but hopefully just watching somebody else run through it. If you are investing in this or you already have, I guess it's cool to follow along and see what other people are doing. So I appreciate that support. And really, if you have any tips to share, anything like that you think would be helpful, start one of these YouTube channels. It doesn't take much. You don't have to. I mean, you can use your computer mic. I mean, a lot of webcam mics these days are pretty good quality. I've got a nice podcast mic set up, but you don't need that. You don't even need to show your face. Just offer the tips, offer the overview, or just use it to log what you're doing. And if someone finds you entertaining or finds that helpful, they might go ahead and use your referral link if they're about to sign up, and that gives you a little bonus. It gives you a little boost. So that's nice. And we build more interest in the project as a whole. If we're all talking about it, I mean, sure, we could oversaturate YouTube, but if there's 50,000 of us talking about it at the same time, that's got to drive the contract balance up. That's more rewards for everybody that goes into the system. That's more taxes, fees that are being paid into the system that then end up being used for rewards, and it makes the longevity go even further the more people we have in there. So there's no competition here. We're all trying to help each other out. We're all trying to get more funds than we have. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's not an overnight thing like some of these protocols claim to be. Oh, you can get 20% in a day. No, we're not doing that. We're doing 1% a day in the faucet, or we're doing up to 3% a day in the garden. But we have to diligently compound, and it's something we're actually trying to keep up with. And if all this works properly and the code's good and we have enough participation that continues on, I'm still bullish on the whole thing. So that's where I am, and I hope we all continue to grow and see some good monies at the end of the year, and that we don't end up losing everything. But if I do, let's be lighthearted about it. I will laugh right along with you, and we'll move on to the next investment that looks promising. But only invest what you can lose. That's the lesson there. Only invest what you would be okay with losing if this all failed tomorrow. And that's the point that I'm at, and I'm going to try to stay at that point. But it's also understandable to be incredibly bullish on these programs when they last longer and longer. I mean, look at yield nodes. It's 2 years in? So if you're over there and you've been making 8 to 10% a month, it's very reasonable to me that you would think then that you should go ahead and throw in even more. But it's still, you'd have to keep that cautionary approach to it. Only throw in what you can afford to lose. That's very important. I've repeated a number of times, and you'll hear everyone else who's smart and not just trying to shill you on every new DeFi program or investment they see, that you have to do your own research. Look at the white papers. The Piggy Bank one will be out hopefully tomorrow. It'll be linked on the Animal Farm. There's been preliminary ones linked already that I went over in another video, but go through the white paper. Go to the Telegram, see what other people are doing in there. If they're already invested, are they complaining about the project, or are they loving it and they have some insight for you before you invest? Do all your own research and decide what you can risk. None of us are on YouTube here are financial advisors. I'm speaking out of turn. There may be someone who is a professional financial advisor, but I seriously doubt that they would be recommending DeFi because it is high risk. It is high risk, but it is that high reward, and that's why we're all here, right? So I'm going to keep updating on my progress along the way. I'm sitting here with my 245 plants. I hope those keep growing. I would like to get to around 50 a day or 100 a day in the garden before I take anything out. I will somewhere around that point. I will start taking a couple harvest days now and again, just because it would help me personally, get a nice meal out or whatever that weekend. I am a father, so single father, and that helps. Things like that helps. But you'll have your own financial situation and the way that you want to play it. If you want to wait till you get $800 a day, you can shoot for that, and you can try to make that happen. Everyone has their own goals and methods in mind, their own strategy. So all I can do is share what I'm doing and why I'm doing that to give you some insight. But yeah, around $50 to $100 a day in the garden, if we can hit that. And if the LP token's going up at that time and everything else is pretty steady, I think I'll take a harvest day on the weekend now and then. And other than that, I'll just try to keep compounding it and see where we end up. But all right, thanks everyone for listening. That is it for me. That is the end of my update. What is this, update number 8, I think? I thought I was going to do mostly only updates, but I ended up doing a lot of tips and kind of general help videos because I've seen so many questions in the Telegram that people are just asking over and over again, which is fine. It's awesome to be curious and have questions, but if they do a quick look on YouTube or any of these other places, that's what it means to do your own research. It doesn't just mean asking other people questions if you could find it on your own. So, try to get that go-getter attitude. If you want to make money, you can't just rely on what other people are telling you. And any of those people who are smart wouldn't want you to. I wouldn't want you to go out and throw $10,000 into this that you couldn't lose because you didn't listen. And then it ends tomorrow. I don't want that burden either, and so I would not tell you to do that. You really have to use your own brain here and decide. But I'm still bullish on it. I like it. I like this program. I'm still seeing this grow. I don't know what other people are doing as far as compounding, but they're seeing this. They shouldn't be seeing this LP drop. They may see their daily take a step back now and again, especially if they have a lot of plants, because any small change in this token value is multiplying the drop here. You're going to see that on top of the natural decay. I don't know what they're doing though. If they're compounding constantly, the LP value here per day should be climbing. I don't know any reason why it wouldn't be for them, but I may be missing something. So I don't know. I'm bullish based on my anecdotes and what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it go up every day, even if it's a small amount. So I'm going to keep compounding and just go and go and go and try to make some money off this. But that's enough of my long-winded rants. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you subscribing. I will talk to you later on the flip side. Have a good one.